Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina, and if you are new here on my channel, I do bookish related things and I also do beauty. So if that sounds like something you'd like to be a part of, I say you please subscribe here to my YouTube channel. And if you do like this video by the end of it, I say you please give it a thumbs up. So in today's video, we're going to be doing another makeup collection slash review, but this is not necessarily like a first impression type of makeup collection because I've already tried this makeup on once already and I filmed already, and a big chunk of the previous video was completely deleted and I tried to look for it everywhere and I don't know what happened, but that's okay because I'm sitting down here again filming this video for you so that way you guys can get my thoughts on this collection. So yeah, if you are interested to see what collection I am talking about, I ask that you please keep on watching. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the WetNWild by Spongebob collection that came out in April. Yes, I know it's been a while since this collection dropped. I had previously filmed a video for this collection, but a lot of it was deleted somehow and I didn't even have it on my memory card anymore. So now we're refilming, and I will just give you guys my final thoughts towards the very end because I do want to share it with you guys, my thoughts on the collection for somebody that's a big fan of SpongeBob. I'm actually wearing my Patrick hoodie today, one of my Patrick hoodies. I'm a huge SpongeBob fan. If you didn't know that, now you know. I absolutely love SpongeBob. I've watched SpongeBob as a kid to a teen, and now still as an adult, I still rock with SpongeBob so heavily. My favorite character, if you haven't guessed, is Patrick. I feel like he is such a vibe. I feel like I am a Patrick mixed in with a little bit of a Squidward, but definitely like I just vibe so well with Patrick. I think he is so hilarious in the show, and I feel like I embody him in my daily life. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stop talking and I'm gonna jump into the items that I did pick up from the collection. Now I will leave like dates down below. I'm not too sure if it's gonna be coming out with another collection. I know the SpongeBob is definitely a limited edition, but I think they have one more release date and I think it's for Amazon, but I could be completely wrong about that. Check the description box down below and I'll leave dates from when it started coming out till when it's going to end. Hopefully it hasn't, so if you are interested in picking up these products, you definitely can. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into the items that I picked up for this collection. So the first thing I'm going to be showing you guys is the palette. This is the Nautical Nonsense palette, and honestly the packaging is so cute. I'm trying not to blind you guys with my ring light, but it has SpongeBob of course on there. It has Gary and a little like background. I think that's the sand, maybe like whenever he's in Jellyfish Field, I believe so, because there's also jellyfishes on here. So in this pan we have 18 shades, and this is what these shades look like. I was not impressed, to be completely honest, when I first saw the picture of this palette. When WetNWild first released the picture of the palette, it looked very plain to me, but as I saw it in the store, I knew I had to have it because the colors were so much deeper than I had thought they were in the picture. So yeah, I went ahead and picked it up because even if I didn't like the palette itself, I was probably going to get it regardless because of the fact that it's SpongeBob SquarePants and it's just something to have in my collection. You guys know I'm not really big on purchasing items if I don't have any good use for, but this one I was definitely going to make an exception for because, like I said, I'm a big SpongeBob fan. So yeah, I definitely picked up this palette and I will swatch a few shades for you. Here is a few swatches for you. I swatched 2 shimmers and 2 mattes. I will say the mattes are very soft and the shimmers are very soft as well. This one in particular was more loose than this one. So this one is something you definitely would have to wear with some kind of sticky adhesive because it does have a lot of fallout. The next items that I decided to pick up from the collection were a couple of their sponges. I ended up getting the Squidward sponge, which I've already used already, and I will give you guys my thoughts about it towards the end of the video. I also picked up SpongeBob. I haven't used SpongeBob yet. Maybe I'll use him in my next video just to try him out and see if he was equally as the same as the Squidward one. And then also I picked up Patrick. Yes, I know I had to get a Patrick, obviously, because Patrick is my absolute favorite character, and I don't even know if I want to use Patrick because I don't want to ruin him, and I kind of want to keep him safe in his little box. But this is what he looks like, and each of the sponges, they have the little character faces on it. So yeah, these were the only sponges that they had available, a part of the collection. The next item I decided to pick up from the collection was the Spongebob highlighter. It's literally just Spongebob highlighter, and this is what it looks like up close. It has his face on there. I don't know if you can see that, if the ring light's not blowing it out, but yeah, I think that's so freaking cute. A lot of people have said that this is kind of like a dupe to Trophy Wife by Fenty Beauty. I don't own that, so I can't even agree with that claim, but I've seen Trophy Wife before, and I believe it's similar, but like I said, I really can't get behind that statement because I don't physically have that highlighter here. But I mean, I've heard a lot of people say that this is like a dupe for it, so who knows. If you're looking for a cheaper alternative, or more affordable alternative, maybe you should try out the Wet n Wild's highlighters if you can get your hands on this specific one. And the last item I picked up from the collection is the Fun Purifying Setting Mist, and this is the one that's mattifying. I know there was another one that was for like hydration. That's what this looks like. I love that it has a little SpongeBob on there, and it has Plankton on there, and it's named Fun for, I don't know if you've ever seen the episode where him and Plankton kind of like become friends, and they have that little song that they sing together. So yeah, this definitely makes me want to sing the song just by reading the title of this, or just by reading the name of this product. That's it for all the things that I picked up with this collection. There was a little bit more stuff that came with it. It came with brush cleaner, it came with a pineapple sponge holder, and then it came with like actual brush cleaner in a Krabby Patty form where you can scrub your brushes. And then it also came with a sandy brush and then a SpongeBob brush. I didn't pick up those items because I really didn't feel like they were necessary for me personally. I still gravitated towards things that I felt like I would pick up and use. I just felt like the other stuff was kind of like gimmicky, so I didn't need to pick it up. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stop talking, and I'm gonna jump into a tutorial using the eyeshadow palette. It's gonna be a quick speed through, and I will be back with you guys to give you guys my final thoughts on the eyeshadow palette and the collection. Alright guys, so I'm back, and I did both eyes off camera. I did a winged liner. I don't think I'm gonna add any falsies because I'm gonna wipe this makeup off as soon as I'm done with it. But I actually really love the way it came out. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the next step before we jump into it and talk about the products. So yeah, I did pop this lime green in the inner corner, and then also on my brow bone. So yeah, we're gonna jump into the highlighter. And honestly, I do have another Wet n Wild highlight that I really love. I feel like Wet n Wild highlighters are really good for the price. I think they're super like pigmented, very blinding, and I definitely appreciate the price tag. Also, don't mind my face. I know it's super glittery. There was so much fallout in one of the shadows, but we'll discuss that here in a minute. But can we talk about this highlighter? Like, that glow though, straight golden goddess. My gosh, And the last thing we're going to use is a setting spray. We're going to go ahead and set this face. All right, zooming you guys in, this is the eye look. I love the way the eye look came out. I definitely feel like this eye look could look even better once you pop some falsies on. And there is quite a bit of fallout. So jumping into the products, first and foremost, we're going to talk about the palette. I liked all the shades that I used in the palette. I will say that there's a ton of kickback when it comes to using these shades, especially like the matte shades. They're very like dusty. So there's going to be a very like a lot of kickback. When it comes to the shimmer shades, now this one right here, this periwinkle blue was more soft than the darker blue that I used. This one definitely has a bunch of kickback and fallout. As you can tell on my face is very glittery, but it's fine. It's fine. I will say with this one, even though I laid down a concealer base, I feel like the concealer wasn't as sticky enough for this particular shade. For the deep blue one, definitely I feel like this one is more, it's pressed more hard, so it's not as like loose as this one. So yeah, definitely would have to say use like a stickier adhesive when using that, like a glitter glue, unless you have like a more stickier base, or maybe if you wet it down before putting it on the eyes, but definitely need something to stick to the eyes with. And the other shades that I used, like this one and the orange one, I felt like they were very pigmented. They were easy to blend out. They were very pretty. I enjoyed the shades. No complaints there. This deeper purple shade right here, I definitely had some issues with it. It did start off pretty patchy in the inner corner, but the more I built up, the more I was able to get it to where I wanted it. This one definitely has a lot of fallout as well. I had like a lot underneath my eyes, but normally I don't ever do my foundation first before my eyes. I always do my eyes first and then the foundation, so that way if I have any issues with like glitter or fallout on the face, I can definitely clean that up. So yeah, there's really no complaints other than that purple was pretty patchy. I haven't used any of the other shades. Oh, and I did use this like tan one right here just to set my entire eyelid after laying down the concealer, but that's pretty much all the shades that I used today. It does say like these two glitters down here, these pressed glitters, these ones right here, are not intended for the eye use, which I think is so crazy that they put that. I mean, I think it's crazy that they put eyeshadows that are not intended for the eye in eyeshadow palettes. To me, it doesn't make sense. But like I said before in my last video with doing another collaboration with from another company, definitely use them at your own risk. Me personally, I definitely use the pressed glitters, but I always lay down something tacky. But yeah, they always have a disclaimer in the back of the products to let you know that it's not intended for the eye use. But you know, if it's not intended for the eye use, I don't know why they put them in the eyeshadow palettes. But yeah, moving on to the next thing. I give this an A+. I really like the colors. It's very fun. There's not much negative that I can say about it other than like the purple being patchy. But other than that, like, I think they performed very well. And this is something that I'm glad I have in my collection. So A+ for the palette. So talking about the sponges, I haven't used Spongebob or Patrick, but I have used Squidward, and I used him the first time around when I first filmed this video. And I will say, whenever you wet him, he gets a little bit bigger and he's really soft. The only issue I have with this is that the way it's shaped, it's kind of weird. Obviously, you could definitely use this side for like blending out your foundation, but when it comes to blending out your concealer, the way this is shaped, it's very awkward underneath the eye, so it makes it even harder to blend out. So yeah, I don't really understand why they put the bottom of the Squidward like this. I mean, obviously that's the way his face is shaped, but I feel like this is only probably specifically maybe for foundation, blending out foundation. When I use this to do underneath my eyes, I had to pinch his bottom just to kind of get it in there, and then using that flat edge on the back of his head to kind of like blend the rest out. But it was very tedious when using this one. I don't know how like Spongebob or Patrick will perform. I feel like Patrick will probably be like the best for underneath the eyes because the way he's shaped, and like his bottom is definitely for the face. I feel like Spongebob, since he's so like sharp, he might be good for cleaning up like the sides of your contour. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to update you guys if I ever decide to use SpongeBob and Patrick. Jumping into the setting spray, I will say that this smells really good. It kind of reminds me of the MAC Fix Plus. Although I've never used the MAC Fix Plus, like I've never owned it. I have like tested it out in MAC and it kind of smells very similar to this. So that makes me a little worried that there's a lot of alcohol based in this because it smells very perfumey. But nonetheless, like I still love it. I love the smell. It smells really good. It's just very floral-y, and yeah, I enjoy the smell. I would just be very cautious when using this because of the alcohol that might be in it. But yeah, I give this like a C when it comes to rating it, like a 3 out of 10, 3 out of 5. It's not bad, but the fragrance really worries me when spraying it on my face because of like the alcohol that's in it and the perfume. And the last thing that I used was the highlighter. I like it. I definitely feel like this highlighter will be awesome for a deeper complexion. However, I feel like they should have came out with another highlighter for somebody that is more on the lighter side. I do maybe feel like this will also be great for somebody with lighter complexion, but I think other people would have appreciated if they had 2 highlighter options, because this is kind of like a one product fits all type of situation. And to be completely honest, I feel like this will definitely gravitate towards more of the deeper skin tones. My skin tone and deeper, I definitely think that this will look amazing on deeper skin tones. So yeah, if I had to complain about one thing, it's definitely like variety. They should have added like one more highlighter. And another thing I feel like they should have maybe came out with was lip products. I would have loved to see like a Mr. Krabs lip product, even if it was like a clear gloss with pinkish reddish flecks of glitter inside of it, or even like a Plankton lip gloss lip product, something along the lines of that. I really wish they would have came out with lip products for the collection, even if it was just glosses. That would have been amazing. But yeah, anyway, so my whole thoughts on the collection is I love the collection because I'm biased and I love SpongeBob SquarePants, but the products itself, I love the palette. I think it's really nice. I think you can create a lot of looks with it. I do like the pigmentation and the matte shadows. However, like I said, with the glitter pigments, you have to be careful when using them on your eyes, and then also using the pressed glitters or the pressed shimmers. You definitely will need some form of like sticky adhesive. If not, it's going to be all over your face like it is on mine. The highlighter, again, I wish there was another option. For me personally, I love it, but just for the diversity of the collection, I felt like there should have been another one. For the sponges are cute. Obviously they're cute, but I feel like they're somewhat kind of gimmicky. But nonetheless, I think they're super cute. They're really soft, especially Squidward. When I wet him, he was soft, now dry, but when I wet him, he got even more softer, and he did get quite big. But I just feel like this is really gimmicky because of the fact that you really can't use it for your entire face, especially underneath the eyes. But I mean, it is what it is. That's my personal opinion. The setting spray. The setting spray, you know, I love the way it smells. Personally, I love that fragrance scent. I don't know what it is. It reminds me, I don't know, it reminds me of MAC Fix Plus or Marc Jacobs. I can't remember, but I've definitely have smelled the scent before. I just can't pinpoint exactly what it smells like to me. It's one or the other, but definitely kind of scares me because the scent is so heavy that definitely means that there's a lot of alcohol and perfumes in it, which I'm really not into when it comes to putting it on my face, because I don't need to break out with products with a lot of heavy alcohol or perfumes, or even dry out my skin. That is my final thoughts. I don't know what to say other than like I really enjoy the collection. I'm pretty happy with the things that I did pick up, other than like the little nitpick things that I had to say about them. I don't regret anything that I picked up. I feel like everything that I got is something that's going to be of use for me personally. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys found it interesting and somewhat helpful. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to pick up any of the items, I will leave dates down below if it's still available. Hopefully it is, so you guys can pick up any of the products that you decide to pick up from the collection, even if it's just one thing or none, and you're just here to watch my review. But yeah, that is it, you guys. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.